What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be bringing you a brand new reaction video. Today's reaction, part 2 of 3 before February. If you haven't checked out part 1, go and check it out guys. Unfortunately I did it a couple days ago, and I shouldn't have waited a couple days to get onto this one, so I can't remember exactly where we left off, but it's split into parts and we'll pick it up pretty quickly. So obviously it's about Adam Petty, Kenny Irwin and Tony Roper. The three drivers building up. Part 1 was all about building up their profiles really, and I imagine we're going to get into some emotional stuff in this part, potentially the next part as well. Not looking forward to it, but you guys were telling me that it's fantastic to see because you get to know NASCAR more and see the safety stuff which was implemented and stuff like that throughout the years following this, if that makes sense. So I'm definitely keen for that stuff, but yeah, it's going to be a rough ride. Let's see what part 2 has to offer.
To the beach for the NASCAR Busch Grand National Series. Randy LaJoie, defending 300 champions here, as is Mike Magic Shoes McLaughlin. Elton Sawyer hopes to clean up on the 2.5-mile tri-oval, while Jeff Green, he'll be among those eyeing victory.
Yeah, I tell you what, he's zoned in on that image. Look at him.
2.5-mile tri-oval.
Yeah, he wants to win, man. Fair play.
While Jeff Green, he'll be among those eyeing victory in this first race of the season.
Busch Series, okay. So I don't think Busch Series is the main one. So you got the Cup Series. Busch Series is part of the events, which is a little bit lower and not regarded as high.
Stars are here like Casey Atwood. And the 4th generation of that most famous racing family, Adam Petty.
January 21st, 2000. Petty Enterprises announces they are consolidating their Cup, Busch, and Truck Series teams under a single banner. Prior to this, Adam had run under his father's PE2 team, while their Truck Series team ran under Richard Petty Motorsports. Now all three have their base and level cross, and the team debut a new logo to celebrate the union.
Nice.
The Pettys are already preparing for a massive change in sponsorship. STP, which sponsored the iconic number 43 since 1971, will leave the team at mid-season to be replaced by cereal company General Mills. To represent the change in branding, John Andretti will run 2 different paint schemes that year, transitioning to the blue and yellow Cheerios.
Oh, wow. Cheerios, what a sponsor. And yeah, you're not going to miss that car, are you? Definitely not missing
colors at Daytona in July. 1 month later, both the Pettys and Bill Davis Racing will announce a switch from Pontiac to Dodge in 2001.
I want to be that type of person that people can say, hey, he's a great person off the racetrack, and the fans know that.
Okay.
You know what that is?
Is that Kenny Irwin? I think that is Kenny Irwin.
Kenny Irwin's first season with Team Sabco gets off to a tragic start. In the early morning hours of January 31st, Irwin's hauler is on I-40 near Waverly, Arkansas, when a pickup truck crosses the median. While hauler driver David Walker survives the crash, the driver of the pickup does not.
That's not good to hear. I assume the hauler is the truck, trailer, lorry, whatever you call it, what takes the NASCAR from one track to another, and then the driver flies there or gets another route to get to the track. But that's horrible, man. Thank God that not both of them went. It was only one, but it's still absolutely horrible and unlucky to the truck driver.
The team manages to salvage the dented trailer and prepare for Daytona. Thanks to Irwin's 2 poles the previous season, he's able to join teammate Sterling Marlin in the season-opening Budweiser shootout. He runs near the back of the 15-car field and finishes 9th, then times in 16th fastest for the Daytona 500. On Thursday, Irwin overcomes overheating problems to finish 9th in the second twin 125-mile qualifier, securing him the same 16th spot on the grid for his 3rd 500 start. The next day is the truck race, and during the first unrestricted superspeedway race since 1987, Jeffrey Bodine is nearly killed in this spectacular accident.
Wow, so that was the first, sorry, listen back again.
1987.
First it's 1987 as well, and you get a massive accident like this.
Jeffrey Bodine is nearly killed in this spectacular accident.
Look out, we got trouble. This is gonna hurt.
Oh man, that is horrible. I think I have seen that in the worst crashes. But there's nothing left of that car, man. Thank God it's nearly and not actually did. That is horrible, man. And like, you think the warning signs are there. If only they acted before.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Keep them crossed, man.
For Saturday's Busch Series opener, Irwin qualifies even better, lining up 10th for the Napa Auto Parts 300. Adam Petty will roll off 17th, but Tony Roper fails to qualify. In the race, both Irwin and Petty are eliminated in accidents. Petty finishes 37th, Irwin in 39th. Irwin rebounds in the Daytona 500 and finishes 14th, but none of his fellow Chevrolet teams are happy. They all say the new style Monte Carlo is at a significant aerodynamic disadvantage to the new Ford Taurus, which sweeps the top 5 behind a dominant Dale Jarrett.
Don't want to be at a disadvantage, especially when aerodynamic is such a big part, because if you've got more air dragging you back, you're definitely going to go a lot slower. That's a problem you don't want to have.
On February 26th, Petty, Irwin, and Roper compete in the same Busch Series race for the first time.
Oh, okay.
In the All-Time
Nice.
200
Racing
at
against each other.
Rockingham, Petty finishes best of the group in 27th, ahead of 31st place Irwin and Roper in 37th. Irwin comes back Sunday, spins in the early laps, and finishes 22nd. At Las Vegas, Irwin misses the Busch race along with Roper. Petty finishes 17th, his best of the young season. In the Cup race, Irwin ends up 24th when the race is cut short by rain. The following round in Atlanta sees NASCAR give the Chevrolet teams a 2-inch air damage
Earnott's car, Earnott Sr., I'm assuming that is number 3.
Extension. Roper's Chevrolet still misses its second straight race. Irwin runs as high as 5th and finishes 10th ahead of 25th place Petty.
I mean,
Saturday's
that's not too bad.
success doesn't translate for Irwin on Sunday as he finishes 24th for the second straight race. At Darlington, Petty finishes 16th at the Busch race ahead of Irwin in 19th. The next day, Irwin's Cup race goes sideways early.
Oh, we got another crash off
Little crash there.
Jerry Nadeau, Kenny Irwin.
Luckily avoids the other cars.
And this is Darlington. Welcome to Darlington, South Carolina. Another incident here coming just one lap of green flag racing. In fact, a half a lap of green flag racing.
But Jerry, you remember a couple years ago we used to do the story about Flat Nose, the tree climbing dog here in Darlington. You got a flat nose on your Bell South Chevy. How bad's your race car?
It's pretty bad. They're putting in a new radiator. They're going to cut the whole front end off so it'll look like a modified when we go back out there. We didn't even get a chance to work up a sweat in the Bell South Chevrolet.
What happened out there?
Everybody coming through 1 and 2, and the 7 car was keeping everybody slow. And the spotter told me that, everybody was slowing down, so we're getting slowed down. And then whoever's running behind me just got in the back of me, and that's what started the whole deal.
The crew...
Fair play to him, though, but he's just been taken out completely. I imagine he's had time to cool down before this interview, but quite calm and measured. Fair play to him.
Pieces the car back together, but Irwin only finishes in 38th. In the Busch Series race at Bristol, Sterling Marlin joins Irwin as a last-minute replacement for Dave Steele. Marlin goes to victory lane while Irwin is left in 30th, 10 spots ahead of Adam Petty with a blown motor.
Oh, that's got to be good. Someone's come in for your teammate, replace him, and won. And you're stuck in 30th. It doesn't look as good for you because it shows someone... Because I assume they've got the same car, so let me know if I'm completely wrong, guys. Someone's come in, same car as you in theory, might be a few moderations to suit the person driving it, and they've just gone on one, and you're getting 30th. Doesn't look too good on you, but let me know if I'm right on saying that, guys.
Roper is handed his 4th straight DNQ. Irwin tries to turn things around in the Food City 500, but he crashes again. This time collects Dale Earnhardt. Irwin finishes 165 laps down in 40th and drops to 30th in points. The day after the Cup race at Bristol, Adam Petty has a successful test in the Cup car and is confirmed to make his series debut at Texas. He's one of 48 drivers entered for 43 spots, including his father. In qualifying, Adam takes the 33rd spot, but Kyle misses the cut. Adam is
never mind, he missed the cut.
A little disappointed by this, but says, quote, there'll be plenty of times for that later.
Doubleheader weekend coming up for the first time here on a NASCAR weekend. You've got the Busch race going on right now, which you're currently running 12th in, and then tomorrow, your first ever NASCAR Winston Cup race where you'll start 33rd. How much of a relief is it to get the car in the Cup show for tomorrow?
I guess it's a big relief. Sprint pole day on Thursday went good for the Busch car. Sprint pole day on Friday was a little bit hairier. I didn't know if I was going to make it or not, but I did my rain dance last night, and evidently everything paid off. I did really badly want to race today, though. I didn't want to cancel this race. The Busch car is really, really good, and like I said, tomorrow I don't know what I have for the Winston Cup race, but I'm gonna go out and just ride. And I got 2 goals tomorrow. I got gain their respect over there in the Winston Cup Series, earn a little bit, and then learn and gain as much experience on this racetrack and racing with those guys as I can. So I'm looking forward to it. Come and ask me how 500 miles was after I get out with my tongues hanging out, but hopefully it'll be a good time.
I just want to say as well, fair play to him. because I didn't know this, but I do now, but you can do the Busch Series on the Saturday and you can do the Cup Series on the Sunday as well. So you're potentially learning in the Busch Series still, and then you're hopping over to the Cup Series, which I imagine like your Earnhardt and your Jeff Gordons don't race in the Busch Series. Correct me if I'm wrong. I imagine they don't race in that. So you potentially come in top 10 in the Busch Series, competing to potentially win the race, and then you come over to the Cup Series, you've got a lot better drivers. Your car potentially may not be as good compared to the others as well, and but you've got the experience. You can try things in the Busch, is what I'm trying to say. You can do risky things because you're expected to be a lot higher than that. On the Saturday, still gain more experience, and then on the Sunday, you can race, gain experience, race against all these new drivers, against these drivers who have a lot better cars, a different car. I think you're racing, I think he said, and completely different experience. But you still have the experience of Busch Series helping you, if that makes sense, and you're doing both at the same time, so it's helping your acceleration to progress your career a lot more. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, guys. Let me know if I'm completely wrong and waffling in the comments, guys. And let me know.
April 2nd, Adam runs mid-pack as he looks to gain experience.
But here's Adam Petty. Let's catch up with the 19-year-old. His great-grandfather, Lee Petty, a NASCAR champion in the 50s and winner of the first Daytona 500. His grandfather, the King, Richard Petty, winner of 7 Daytona 500s and 7 Winston Cups. His father, Kyle Petty, has been to Winston Cup victory lane as well. So now he's a 4th-generation driver. That's a first
amazing.
for NASCAR, and it may well be a first for any major professional sport. But there's Adam. He's in 30th place in his first Winston Cup drive. 1 lap down to the race leader. 124 laps completed as they try to tame
long race.
On lap 229, Kyle Petty takes over for Elliott Sadler as his relief driver.
Hey, they got on the same track together. Let's go.
The father and son are again denied a chance to race each
spoke too soon.
Other. 14 laps earlier, Adam's engine lets go, leaving him 40th. He finished 39th in the Busch Series race.
Wow, that's just not meant to happen, is it?
And a lot of opportunity, but also a lot of...
You know what? Obviously, we know fatalities do come later on in this documentary. Really not looking forward to that, but I really hope that Adam and Kyle manage to get on the track at the same time before that happens. I really, really hope, because 14 laps, that's nothing in this as well, and they've just missed each other by that. Obviously didn't qualify originally. It's such a shame. It'd be amazing to race against his dad, and I really, really hope for their sake, and just to have that for the dad as well, that they did race together. We'll find out, I guess.
A lot of responsibility to carry the most famous name in stock car racing to another generation.
I think he'll fit in that mold just right.
I think so too.
We broke a motor. That's what happens. That's just my luck. Last night I had a car capable of finishing in top 5, and somebody blew up in front of me, and I got in their wreck. And today we was just riding along, running about 24th.
Oh, you got in a wreck the day before as well in the Busch Series.
That happens. We'll come back to Charlotte. At least I didn't tear it up. I learned a lot, and I just figured out, what my line was and how and get back in my rhythm and everything like that. So I hope I earned some of those guys respect out there today. I had a good time, and we'll go get them next week.
Irwin finishes 16th in the Busch race at Texas, then 17th in Cup, and leads his first lap of the season. He watches as Dale Jr. takes the checkers for his...
So he's already managed to lead a racing cup as well, inexperienced in that series of racing, and he's managed to lead a race. Fair play to him.
First Cup Series victory. Tony Roper misses the Busch Series race, his 5th straight.
Fair play to Earnhardt.
Richard Petty isn't at the track to see all this. His father, Lee, who had surgery for a stomach aneurysm in February, has fallen ill again. 3 days later, on April 5th, Lee dies at age 86.
I mean, it might make it to 86, which is very, very good, but that's such a shame. It's just a shame for the whole family, not just Richard. Big shame. And I imagine it affected you guys a little bit as well, because they were saying that Lee did have a history in NASCAR as well. So I imagine that touched a few fans who potentially was around who watched him race when he raced.
Next race for the Busch Series is at the Nashville Fairgrounds. 3 days after Lee's death, Adam finishes 34th, 3 spots behind Tony Roper, who finally manages to qualify.
Hey,
Irwin isn't in the field, but the Bell South car will run in the sponsors race. Third-generation driver Stedman Marlin, age 19, will make his series debut at his family's home track.
Nice, fair play.
Irwin is in Martinsville for the Cup race. He breaks the radiator after hitting another car and manages only 37th, 53 laps down. Kenny Wallace qualifies outside pole that day, but while battling Mike Skinner for second, his day takes an unexpected turn.
Kenny Wallace uses outside line to retain. Look at him slide down. Oh my goodness gracious. It looks like the left front brake just locked up on the 55 car. There.
Can you believe Kenny Wallace's luck?
He has had more than his share of the bad luck.
Hey, Kenny, you're all right. What happened?
Well, the throttle hung wide open. It's still hung wide open. That's first time in my career that's ever happened to me. Just, a big letdown.
When you're second as well, you don't want it to happen when you're second. You don't mind if you're behind the pack. No chance of winning the race. Big gutting when it happens when you're second.
For all the NASCAR fans and everybody, everything was going right to plan, and I've never had it happen before. Let off the gas and it wouldn't quit. First I thought it was the brakes, and then when I wrecked, I realized I started it up and it was wide open. So looked underneath the hood there, and it's just stuck wide open. So
unlucky, man.
Have to figure out why.
Mangled call
1
as well.
week later, Talladega marks the final time that Petty, Irwin, and Roper will race in the same event. All three get their best series finish.
But you know what's coming soon when they say it's the first time all three have raced in the same event. Not looking forward to this, guys.
To the season, with Irwin 9th, Petty 12th, and Roper in 24th. When Cup Series qualifying is delayed by rain, Irwin is among those who get to qualify in partial darkness.
Oh wow, that must be quite dangerous.
12th, his best start of the year so far. In Sunday's Die Hard 500, Irwin does even better and finds himself in the thick of the lead battle in the final laps.
Oh wow. Go on, Irwin. Yeah, is he third? I think his third is number 12, isn't it? Go on, Irwin, man. What do you reckon? I don't think he will do it, but it'd be pretty cool if he did. I don't think he will win it, but it'd be pretty cool if he did. It's when do you go? When do you go? You guys were telling me in like the closest finish and stuff like that. I was saying just go now, but you guys were saying that if you go, you could potentially end up 20th because you don't have anyone pushing you or everyone else is pushing each other. When I say pushing, I mean drafting. And it's very dangerous to pull out and go. You got to time it perfect.
Skinner make a move, and can Kenny Irwin make a move? They're down the backstretch for the final time. Gordon keeps the car low on the racetrack. Nobody makes a move yet. Will anyone make the move before they hit the start-finish line? Now Kenny Irwin looks to the inside of Mike Skinner.
Oh, that's Ernard as well. Ernard's on the outside. Ernard may take it, you know, but I think Jeff Gordon's got it. Jeff Gordon's won it. Fair play though.
The result is a fourth-place finish, one spot shy of Irwin's career best in the Daytona 500 a year earlier.
Nice.
Jeff Gordon's win is the 50th of his career.
And records his best finish of the year, Kenny, from 12th to 4th. Did you have anything at all those last laps for the 24 car?
I don't think so. I was really trying to help the 31 get up there, and we're just doing everything we can. The last 10 laps, it was wild. Just trying to pick my spot to keep inching up and not going backward. It was fun. The whole Bell South crew, they did an awesome job. All the green flag pit stops. You just can't say enough. I think we come in 15th and we come out 3rd, so they did an awesome job.
Did you let yourself think about the possibility that today could have been your first win? I mean, Gordon had won before, but you and Skinner were looking for that first one. I know you wanted it badly.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. You're just trying to put yourself in a position the whole time just to inch up there. And a couple times, I think Sterling was leading, and I wanted to run second. And sure enough, I pulled out of line, and nobody went with me. And I think I went back to 25th. And
okay, that's literally what I was saying before. You put out, I mean, you haven't got the speed or the slipstream or any drafting from the other guys, and you just drop back. Well spoken though, very well spoken by him, and fair play with 4th.
But it's kind of a cycle all day. You go back, come forward. It's just actually it's a lot of fun. It's pretty intense, but it's a lot of fun.
Congratulations on a great run.
Thank you.
Kenny Irwin finishes 4th. Speaking of finishing second, I think John Kernan has caught up with the second place finisher, Mike Skinner.
The next day, however, team owner Felix Sabates is busy denying rumors that he might sell his 2-car team to Chip Ganassi. Ganassi has already indicated he wants to expand his kart team into NASCAR, but it's yet unclear whether he'll start from scratch or invest in an existing program like Sabates. On April 20th at Richmond, Tony Roper is involved in a serious crash during testing.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
He's taken by ambulance to a local hospital for observation, but is discharged later that night.
Okay, it comes out okay. Again, warning signs. Warning signs. It's a shame. With hindsight, it's a dangerous thing. A very dangerous thing. It's a beautiful thing and a dangerous thing. You can't really look back and blame anyone. But there is warning signs with hindsight, and it's amazing that they've done with safety precautions now, but such a shame that they didn't do them before.
9 days later, he fails to qualify at Fontana. Petty finishes 27th in the Busch race there, with Irwin in 32nd. Irwin struggles even more in the Cup race. He's running near the back when he crashes by himself, leaving him 42nd. On May 5th, Roper fails to qualify at Richmond, site of his testing crash 2 weeks earlier. Petty finishes 16th in what will turn out to be his 43rd and final Busch Series start.
Don't want to hear that. Do not want to hear that. That means it's coming up soon.
The next night on May 6th, Irwin has another bad race. While racing Mike Bliss down the front stretch, Bliss runs over a piece of shattered brake rotor off Robert Presley's Ford. Bliss blows a tire and pins Irwin into the outside wall. Irwin's car sits in the middle of the track for some time before anyone arrives at the scene. Initial reports say Irwin lost awareness while talking to others after his release from the infield care center, and that he had to be transported to the hospital. This is later denied by the team. Irwin himself says he felt sore, but decided against going to the hospital.
A bit strange that there's a conflicting reports on that as well. I know the media make up quite a bit, but I don't get why you'd make up someone's gone to hospital when they say they haven't, and I don't know why you'd cover it up either. If you cover it up, it just shows how dangerous it is as well. The fact that you're covering up, maybe they want to get him in next race or something, I don't know. I don't think they have covered it up, I believe them. Just a strange one there, but again, warning signs are there. Clear and obvious to see when you look back now. Such a shame.
Injury or none, his second straight 42nd place finish has dropped him to 29th in the points. On May 10th, 4 days after the Cup race in Richmond, Adam Petty is in Charlotte for a test. He's now planning to add the Winston Open to his schedule, but it's unclear whether he'll run a Chevrolet or a Pontiac. The team has both at the track, and it's anyone's guess which one he'll run the following week. He then travels north to Loudon, New Hampshire, where he enters the upcoming 200-lap race 24th in Busch Series points.
Rambling Stone Fence.
Nice. Oh wow, there is a part 2. I wasn't sure if it's split up. I don't know how many parts are split up into. I was hoping to do this in about 5 parts, which would definitely be behind. But we'll cut this one here, guys, and then we may have to do a long part 4 and 5 if it doesn't split up correctly into 5 parts, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this reaction. Luckily, nothing too bad yet. The only fatality we've had is Lee Petty, which again is such a shame, but with his age, you kind of not expecting it to come soon. It's just a shame it came when I think it said 87, wasn't it? Horrible experience for Adam, Richard, and Kyle, and the rest of the family as well. But I'm keen for the end of the documentary, because you guys were saying it's so important to learning why the safety features were put in, and it goes into detail about that. So it's a very good documentary in that sense, but not looking forward to obviously the brutal stuff in here. But if you want part 3 out as soon as possible, let me know in the comments, guys. Let's try and hit 20 to 30. Not 20 to 30, guys. You guys can do better than 20 to 30 on these NASCAR reactions. Let's try and hit 50 likes on this video, guys. And have a fantastic day. Peace.